Hurst, you've said a couple times this year that the offensive line play hasn't been good enough, and I wonder, as you've gone able to watch the film, what you see that's holding that group back, and then you alluded to the other day that it might be execution, it might be just guys not being put in the right positions to perform their jobs. As you looked at it, what you see there?
Well, I think every year I've ever coached, and I've been a coordinator, I've always said that, the O-line, you always want it to be perfect, and I know this. I have a lot of faith in our O-line. I think we have really good players there. I watch them. They work hard. I think teams are doing some things to us that are very good. So, again, back to San Diego State, you give them credit. They had a good plan. They took advantage of their bye week, and they did some things. Now, we certainly are much better than what we've shown, in my opinion. So, how do we fix that? That is a combination of coaching and execution. It's all got to come together. So it's really, not pointing fingers at any one thing in particular. It's a combination where it has to be right consistently, and that's where we're not doing that. We're not consistent enough. You're going to have penetration at times. You can't have it back to back, or you can't have it 2 out of 3 plays when you run the football. That's the bottom line. You got to be able to give your back a chance to press the line of scrimmage and then find his lane and be able to make a cut and get vertical. We've done that at times. We just haven't done it consistently. And the combination of not so much scheme, I would say there's some technique issues in there that have got to be fixed, that we know, we got to identify, we got to do it, and it's got to show up in the games. And it just didn't. Bottom line, it just didn't. And we have answers. I think we had the right stuff. We didn't get it done, and we have to do it in practice. So to me, when we don't get something done, I go back and look at, well, how did we prepare for it? In the game, you get beat. Guys make mistakes. We've all done that. We've all played. We all understand, all right, you screw up. But you still have to go back and review, how is it prepared for? Did we give them those looks? And did we have the answers when that happened? And quite a bit of the time we did. Sometimes we didn't. So then you go back as coaches and go, all right, here's the things we have to prepare our guys better for, and then here's the things our guys have to do a better job of. And those guys know that. So we want to run the ball. We'll keep saying that because that's what we believe. That will never change. And right now we're no good at it. For our standard, we're no good at it. So we have a lot of football left. It better change. It better change because like anything else, you're one-dimensional. That's not going to be good for any type of offense when that happens. And we've made ourselves that way at times, and it's not good enough, and it's not going to get us into a position to be successful offensively.
Now that you've been able to kind of look back at the tape and things like that, I know you weren't able to immediately after the game.
Sure.
How would you assess Brett's game and what you saw from him, and then once you were able to talk to him a little bit, kind of what happened out there?
Yeah, well, it obviously wasn't his best performance, and it wasn't our best performance as an offense. Really, it all comes down to, it's not ever one person. It's collectively as a group. We didn't protect. We didn't catch every ball. We didn't throw every ball well. We didn't break tackle. There's a lot of things. I could go through a number of things that we had done that we didn't do, and that's really what it comes down to. I thought Brett hung in there. He showed toughness, and the turnovers, that becomes a key in the game. That's always going to be that way. We had the 3 turnovers. You playing against a good team, you don't win that battle, it becomes very difficult to win the game. That's really what I thought the key to the game was. As much as we were struggling, and really both sides and both defenses were playing well in the game. I thought, they had a couple big plays. We did too. We moved the ball down the field. But when you're playing and you're kind of in a game like that, and we've all been there where the offenses are struggling, defenses are playing well, it's kind of that game, and they're kind of feeding off each other, both sides. You got to be more consistent in getting into some manageable down and distances, which I didn't think we did, and then you got to hang on to the ball. If you got to punt and you got to play field position, and it's a 1-score game, and you got to keep playing that way, as painful as it is, not having points is still a 1-score game. And you just can't give the ball up. So really, I think it's what it comes down to. He knows that. We all know that. That's not going to change. We just got to make sure that we take care of the football better.
Defensively, what were you most pleased with Saturday?
Yeah, I thought they played hard. I thought we tackled well at times. I know there was a couple. There's always going to be a couple all right, and you want to eliminate that, and you want those back. The bottom line for our football team, we didn't play in all three phases well enough to win the game. I do think we did some really good things on defense. I thought we pursued to the football well. I thought, for the most part, we tackled well. I thought there were some things in coverage that we did well. There was a few where we didn't. But overall, I mean, those guys, they were playing hard. The situations that we put them in, there's a turnover. I think there was a field goal. Then there was no points. And then there was a touchdown out of it. Probably the one thing where we had him pinned back a little bit, backed up, and he spun out of it, we had the play stopped, and their back made a good play. That doesn't always happen like that. He made a heck of a run when it comes down to it. But I thought every challenge that our defense faced wasn't perfect how they handled it on the field, but it was perfect how they went onto the field with the mindset of what they were going to do. I loved the energy. I loved where they were ready for the challenge. And, that needs to continue. You play good defense like that. You keep that same mentality and play like that, we'll clean those other things up, and we'll be, even better. And, right now that's what we need to do. We need to be able to go out there and create some plays. We did on special teams. We got the turnover, and then, offensively we weren't moving the ball well, and then special teams we hurt ourselves, and we had that, that turnover on punt basically when we caught the punt and fell down on it. That hurt us. That put us in bad field position. So with the turnover we created and we got and we were able to punch it in, we really won the field position battle because of that. But ultimately, that was another area where if you take that out of it, the field position battle, wasn't in our favor. So special teams, offensively, those things just didn't give us an advantage that way like we wanted to. But the defense played fast. I like the pursuit. That's a big thing to me, how guys pursue to the ball. I know there's going to be a broken tackle. I know something's going to happen. But if guys are flying to the ball and we're getting guys on the ground, which we need to, and we probably had a chance there at the end, the big run they had, a little bit better angle, we could do that. But other than that, our guys were doing those things we asked them to do.